thank you very much, Georgie, and I will try to share my presentation. So give me a second.
Yes, sure.
Thank you again, Georgie, for the introduction and for the opportunity also to my German university to present here our new program. And also thank you, Georgie, for introducing actually what a University of Applied Science is, because actually Fachhochschule Erfurt means University of Applied Science in Erfurt. So we start there a new program next April. So in April 2022, it's called Sustainable Engineering of Infrastructure, SEI. And it's actually a master's program in civil engineering. And I'm laboratory head, as you said. So I'm a professor of building materials and also building diagnostic, but I'm also the head of the degree program of SEE. So what was the reason to start this program? We have a lot of challenges today about climate change, the scarcity of resources, the consolidation of metropolitan areas. We all talk about digitalization, globalization. I'm not talking now about COVID-19, but all these challenges request from civil engineers to fulfill certain tasks and to find certain solutions. And that's why we started this master's program in civil engineering, focusing on these challenges, on sustainable civil engineering. Why I want you to come to Erfurt, to our University of Applied Science? There are 5 main reasons to study with us. One is to become an expert in sustainable civil engineering. Then you might get bright career options and have practice with state-of-the-art tools and hand-on programs of our school, which is actually a state school. I should mention that also. You can complete a practical specialization and write your master's thesis while working in engineering and construction companies. As Georgie said, we have, as a School of University of Applied Science, we have a strong focus actually on practical applications. So I talk shortly about each of these points. So to become an expert in sustainable civil engineering, we started this quite unique program for Germany. We have relevant topics there, such as geodesign, natural resources depletion and projection, urban water management, building in existing context, and so forth. Here you can see the full program. It's a 3-semester program. We have our practical specialization, which you see at the bottom, which runs through all 3 semesters. And then we have in the first semester our BIM and digital project management, pavement maintenance, numerics, construction economics, and international project management. We have our natural resources, depletion and projection. And then we have an elective lecture where you also can take language classes or other subjects which you might like. Then in the second semester, the winter term, so actually we start in summer term, which means actually spring in Germany. So we start on April, usually April, the first week of April or something like that. So in the winter semester, which usually starts in mid-October, we have geodesign, ground improvement and piling, urban water management, hydraulic engineering in urban environment, and then my subject, urban infrastructure, diagnostics and conservation, and also another elective lecture where you can also choose from different options. And then the third semester, we close with communication techniques and soft skills from our basic school. And then you can finish with the master thesis. So point 2, you might have great career options. So as a graduate of the SEI master's program, you can gain theoretical and practical skills that will open the door to work in relevant fields of civil engineering as planning, drafting, calculation, and management on civil engineering, and infrastructure projects. Talking about point 3, the practice, the state-of-the-art tools and hands-on programs. So we have a quite, in our department of civil engineering at the University of Applied Science Erfurt, which is shortly in FHE, yeah, F for Fachhochschule, has plenty of specialist planning of laboratories and state-of-the-art computer labs and PC pools. So my own lab, the diagnostics lab, but we have a BIM lab. Also my lab, the building materials, testing lab, concrete and cement labs, geodesign labs, geotechnical labs, pavement labs, environmental lab, water hydraulic labs, and so forth, computer pools. So every subject we teach, we have usually a lab or a computer lab to do that. Then you will have the opportunity for the practical specialization. So the 3-semester you can work on a self-chosen subject in one of the topic areas. So if you want to do pavement studies or you want geodesign, you can do this over the 3 semesters and finish in the 3rd semester with a colloquium. You can also do this overseas or in different schools if you want, or in institutes or in companies. So the options are not limited at all. Point 5, of course, the finish with your thesis in a 14-week, the master's thesis, where you also can, of course, use a lot of opportunities also with our collaborative construction at engineering companies. We have a very good network in Erfurt, which is actually the capital of one of our states, Thüringen. I will talk about this more later. So, but then I have 5 more additions why you should study SEE at FHE. So first, you get engineering education degree made in Germany. So we do basically the same stuff we teach in Germany here for English students. Our program is fully in English. We have, as I mentioned, a close collaboration also with Basic School, which is part of the school, and our language center. So for students who would like to improve their English skills, or maybe even want to learn German, when you think about maybe you want to work in Germany later, there's also the opportunity to do that. And we have no study fees at all. There are some administration fees, I will talk about it, but we have no fees for courses or something like that. And last but not least, Erfurt is a beautiful medieval city, so we have a lot of old churches and a castle and things like that. In the classic heart of Germany, classic means Weimar is close by, where Goethe and Schiller lived and so forth. So it's a old cultural center of Germany. About the SEE degree in short overview, so it's a Master of Engineering. The application is from October to December 15th. When you're not a German, so if you have no German qualifications, you can apply through Uni Assist, so for EU or non-EU citizens. And as I mentioned before, the summer semester starts usually in the beginning of April. The duration is 3 semesters, so 1.5 years, and the ECTS, so you get 90 credit points, is a 90 credit points degree. What are the requirements? You need a bachelor's degree in civil engineering with usually 210 CP. If you don't have them, you have to acquire them. And you need language requirements, something like CERF B2, or as you see mentioned here, so the IELTS minimum of 6, or TOEFL CBT minimum 213, and so forth. Of course, if you're a native speaker, you don't need that. You need to document this, although that you are this. So you can find this also by My Journey University, these informations. So what I mentioned before, we have about the administration. So we have no study fee. We have some costs. I call it administration fee. So 70, that's state at this moment, July 2021. So there might be small changes. Yeah, I don't know, €5 more or less usually more coming in the next years or something like that, but that's about the amount you have. So it's about 74 euro for student services. Then you have a large amount for the semester ticket, so you can drive all over Thüringen and in Erfurt, of course, also with public transportation, with the regional trains and so forth. So when you're a student, you get that. Then there is a small amount for student council, in total about 250 euro. Then you have to buy a Tosca card. That's an electrical device where you can use our cantina and the library. So you have to buy this card and for 20 euro, I think. And then if you apply through Uni Assist, they have also their applications fee. I think it is about 75 in all. And if you apply for different one, it's 30 euro each. But I think Uni Assist can tell you this better than I do. Shortly about our university. So Fachhochschule Erfurt is a young school. It was founded after the reunification of Germany. It was formerly East Germany. As I mentioned, I think 2 times now before, Fachhochschule means University of Applied Sciences, which is a combination of scientific education, but with a strong focus on practice-oriented applications. So FHE means established, modern practice, or is a practice university with very good reputation. None of our civil engineering students ever is looking long for jobs. We have a modern mission statement, which is at the moment also overhauled. And we usually have front places in civil engineering degrees in our national rankings. We are not in these international rankings because so far we didn't have any English program. We just start this right here. We have numerous fruitful contacts to economy, local economy, intensive networking in the city and in the region and in the state. And we are growing international as well. Particularly noteworthy is a very good cooperation we have with our various regional and municipal companies, institutes, and institutions in the state of Thüringen, where Erfurt, by the way, is a capital city. So so Thüringen is one of the 16 states of Germany, and Erfurt is the capital of this state. This new master's program guarantees an effective, tight course of study that enables quick paths to professional practice and at the same time opens the door to further academic education. Application-oriented teaching with practice-oriented research optimally prepares students for their future professional activity. We have extensive offerings for learning languages, intercultural competences. Key and basic qualifications round off our training offers. Thus, we think, as University of Applied Sciences in Erfurt is at the same time a university with tradition and a future with practice-oriented and up-to-date education. This is our campus. We have about 5 or 4 locations. So here on the right top is our green campus. On the left, here is our architecture campus, but we are here basically in our main campus, which you can see here, where we are located as well. Here's some, how do we do the teaching with lectures, exercises, seminar, excursion, practical trainings, and so forth. So as I mentioned, we are a very practical-oriented university. About Erfurt, to finish all this, as I mentioned, Erfurt is located in the center of, quite close to the geographical center of Germany in the state of Thüringen. It's the capital of that state with about 200, I think 14,000 citizens at the moment. It is a medieval university city. The most famous student is in our partner school, University Erfurt, Martin Luther. Maybe some of you have heard of him. He was a student here and also did his PhD here. And it is always elected Erfurt Old Town as one of the most beautiful old towns in Germany. Last we were 3rd place in Travelbook 2019. We have very nice old town with pubs and so forth. And also it's very well located with a new train center of Germany. It's about 30 minutes from Weimar. Maybe you have heard about that. The famous classical city is part of Thüringen. It's about 20 minutes train ride. It's about only 1 hour, 45 minutes to Berlin, 2 hours, 30 minutes to Frankfurt or Munich. So it's really in the center of Germany. So optimal location in the state capital gives students the opportunity to access a variety of job opportunities while enjoying the nice environment like Thüringer Wald, Thüringer Forest, nightlife, pubs, surroundings, and so forth. So you can also, of course, find information with my German university. You can visit our website. Are there any questions right now for me? I might answer, and I want to thank you for your attention. And